Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm creating this video to talk about the origins of the character Cobra Commander off of G.I. Joe. Same character that Hooded Cobra uses to represent himself as. And this character on the TV show used to be human. And then later, throughout the television series, the cartoon series, he turned into a reptilian-like creature. And even when he was human, his goal was to push communism upon humanity and all that. And only later on throughout the TV show, when he became a betrayer, when he became somehow he betrayed the Cobra Law, the group that he was working with. The leader of the Cobra Law, known as Serpentor, punishes him by turning him into a reptilian-like creature, reptilian-like being. So I find that very strange, very, very funny that somebody like Hooded Cobra, High Priest Hooded Cobra, who talks all this shit about the reptilians, uses a character, and talks all this shit about communism too, uses a character like Cobra Commander to represent himself as a character that pushes, that was an enemy of democracy, that was an enemy of human rights, that wanted to enslave humanity, and also became a reptilian throughout the series. I mean, well, and later on throughout the series of that TV show. So yeah, I just felt like this was a little bit more than just a coincidence. Then again, I'm not one to really believe in coincidences at all. I tend to think that there's a reason behind everything, and whether that reason is a good one or a bad one, I don't believe that there is no divine force watching over humanity or anything like that. That humanity is on our own, and I definitely don't believe any good gods that are powerful enough to get involved in human affairs like the JOS claims. I think this is bullshit. I think this is a bullshit claim to keep people from actually searching for gods in this infinite universe that actually would help our species, and that would actually do something instead of just claim to be doing shit, but you don't see any really significant change in your life or in human society at all. But anyways though, and then I also want to talk about Dawn too. HP Maidson 666, who also goes by the name Dawn, and he uses a sloth to represent himself as, and this sloth pretty much has turned into the Joy of Satan mascot, by the way. And to me, it's nothing more than just a spit in front of the faces of every genuine human being that follows the JOS, because sloth is one of the 7 deadly sins, and it's also a sin in Buddhism as well. It's actually one of the 5 hindrances, actually one of the 5 sins within Buddhism that keeps people from reaching that Buddha state, reaching that that enlightened state. Anyways though, we're also seeing a lot of sloth symbolism, a lot of the sloth shit being pushed in the mainstream as well, on TV, on movies, on fucking we're seeing a bunch of people fucking supporting that shit in their profile pictures, in their screen names. One example is Fallout 76. Fallout is a video game, a role-playing video game anyways. This new Fallout anyways, that just came out, there ain't no role-playing element to it, no role-playing aspect. It's basically just a large virtual world that you get to play in with other people online and basically just kill shit. It's not like the last Fallout, like Fallout 4 I think, which was a fucking badass game in my opinion. I really enjoyed that game and I played it. But I love the role-playing games like Star Wars or fucking like the Telltale series you can fucking buy off of Xbox Live and shit like that. Anything that kind of is like choice-made game where you could like make evil choices or good choices throughout the game and shit like that. But fucking you could kind of tailor-make your own fucking your own story in a way. But with this new Fallout, you don't get that fucking shit. You don't get that role-playing element to the game. It's basically just wander around fucking a city with other people online and just kill shit. That's it. It gets boring after a while. But anyways though, you're seeing like one of the main monsters in this game is a sloth, and fucking and even in their cinematic trailer that these movies and these video games push in order to sell their product. In Fallout 76, you see a giant sloth even in their cinematic trailer too. You know, so I'll post a link to that cinematic trailer so people can check it out for themselves. But in the video description. But you see a lot of this sloth symbolism being pushed in the mainstream, and it's starting to become like, you know, a mainstream thing, and which I think is really bad because sloth, people that tie into that energy, that tie into that deadly sin, one of the 7 deadly sins, which is sloth, it's not good because sloths are stupid animals, they're lazy, and people that tie into this symbol and then flaunt it around with pride, because that's what basically people are doing. I mean, the mainstream is pushing this shit, and then people are fucking using this profile pictures now, and fucking you just see sloths everywhere, and fucking and basically what they're saying is, you know, I'm stupid and lazy, and I'm wearing this shit on a shirt on my chest or as my profile pictures, and I'm using and I'm you know, they're basically showing it off, and they're doing it with like pride, you know, and this is dangerous, you know, and fucking as humanity fucking ties into this shit, fucking we're only gonna get fucking dumber, you know, and I mean, all this shit's like on a subconscious level too, you know. We're tying into these energies on a subconscious level. So you know how people are fucking, you know, becoming more obsessed with the sloth, they're tying into that energy, and so you know, fucking I find it more than just a coincidence. You have one high priest of the JOS named Hooded Cobra that represents himself as a communist pushing reptilian that used to be human, and with the character Cobra Commander, and then you have another fucking one of these high priests that fucking, you know, represent themselves with the sloth. So fucking anyway, so I'll post a link in the video description as well to Buddhism and what the Buddhists say about the sloth, and it's not good, and the sloth has always been a symbol of stupidity and laziness, and that's basically what they're calling each and every one of their members. That's what that's the message that they're putting forth in front of the faces of each. In front of, it's like, you know, the saying, the sheep will look but they won't see. You know, I remember Maxine saying that once. The sheep will look and they won't see. Well, you know, they're fucking seeing that sloth symbolism that fucking High Priest Mace 666 is pushing, but still, yet they follow him. Yet they don't fucking quite get the message of that. And they're calling you fucking stupid. They're calling you fucking, you know, you're not a critical thinker. You're too lazy to even fucking, you know, to really put your to really fucking search for the real truth. I mean, to really do your own research. You have to go off everything the JOS says. And since you're too lazy to investigate the truth and probably too stupid to see it, you're never gonna fucking, you know, you're never gonna come face to face with the fact that fucking the JOS is a controlled front, part of the same system, part of the same matrix they preach against, and the gods that they serve aren't who they say they are. And people are gonna find that out the hard way. But unfortunately, sadly, when they do start coming to terms with this fact, it's already going to be too late for them. They're already going to be put into a corner to where, you know, they're already going to be put into a corner to where they can't get out of. I mean, and once they're into that corner and they start, you know, and they start screaming for help and they start fucking trying to wake people up about the JOS, nobody's going to listen to them. Nobody's going to believe them. You know, your psychic self-defense system by then has already been compromised. You're kept on a vibration. You're kept on a frequency where people, you know, aren't going to fucking listen to you, or, you know, even if you are telling the truth, they're not going to listen to you. You know, fucking, as I already mentioned in my most important video, it's not the words that matter. It's not the written words that matter. It's the energy that matters. And you could speak the truth all day, but if you're on a vibration, if you're on a frequency, that doesn't match up to what you're saying, people aren't going to listen, you know. And those that are not psychic, that are listening to this now, they don't know what I'm talking about. But those that are psychic and do have occult knowledge and power at their side, to some extent, they're going to know what I'm talking about. They probably have a pretty good idea on what I'm talking about. And you know, fucking, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But anyways, though, and that's the reason and purpose for my channel is to try to create that awareness. And since I'm already placed in that corner myself, that's the reason I can't really get my point across to where people would actually listen. And so you know, fucking so I make some points on my channel nonetheless, and I'm sure there's been people that have taken these points into heart, but it's not enough. And this is one of the reasons why I'm pissed at myself, because I should have created this fucking channel before fucking my psychic self-defense system really got compromised in the way that it is now. And so you know, fucking if I would have done so before this astral alien parasite really, you know, got that kind of power over my astral body, fucking people would listen to me, and my channel would be a threat, and there wouldn't be no negative aura of energy surrounding my channel that would scare people away, or just people think of me in this negative, you know, judgmental way, to where, you know, they wouldn't even want to listen to me anyways. But yeah, so you know, I just felt like I should fucking bring this up about Hooded Cobra and Cobra Commander and Sloth and HP Mason 666. You know, people they're fucking, you know, that people are being had, they're being tricked, and it's right in front of their fucking faces too. And when are people gonna fucking wake up and smell the coffee? First, you have to get your head out of your ass, and the only way you can fucking do that is by realizing the Hotel California, the trap house, and you better realize it before you fall into a trap within the trap house, because then next thing you know, you're gonna be running for the door, trying to get back to the place you were before. And then relax at the night, man. You're programmed to receive. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. And when you do check out, you only come back here to receive the same programming, you know, within the trap house that would allow you to fall into that trap within the trap house. And then, you know, you just go back to running for the door again, and then you check out, fucking same old, over and over and over and over.